you lick your finger and you're like, oh crap, I just ruined my diet. Or you're sitting there thinking, you know, I'm doing all right. And you're like, you get a weird craving for something like onions. And you're like, hey everybody, it's Aaron from the Kilby Life, bringing another Kilby Live video. Whoa, your voice is really deep, Aaron. Yeah, because my kids got me sick for Christmas. Thank you, children. Hashtag blessed over here at the Kilby Life. Today I'm going to be reacting to my 43rd day check-in on the carnivore diet. It has no bells, no whistles. It's literally just me recording until the camera died. I watched the end of it and I'm like, it's just abrupt. Yeah, the camera died. Before we get started, I'd like to thank the sponsor of this video, Element. It's a tasty electrolyte drink that has all the stuff you want with none of the junk. It comes with a science-backed recipe of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And right now, they got this new chocolate melody that is really nice. It has raspberry, mint, and chai. And I gave up coffee 2 weeks ago, and I've been relying on this as a hot drink in the morning. I do recommend this unflavored version for anyone who is really struggling to get control over what they're putting in their mouth and what they're eating and flavor and stuff like that. So this is what I used after being on carnivore diet for about 9 months, and then I finally started using some flavors. Yesterday was Christmas, and one of the things that I like to do when other people get to have treats and I don't, since I'm not on a strict carnivore diet, I'm kind of doing ketovore, but mostly carnivore. I got some Greek, full-fat Greek yogurt, and then take a little bit of raspberry salt element and put it in there. And you gotta kind of like, I would say, start with a smaller amount and then add more to taste, and just have that little like tangy treat. Was like, just like, it seemed like the biggest thing in the world to me, just to a little more have something as like a dessert while everyone else around the table was eating all the cookies and stuff like that. But right now Element is offering our viewers one free sample pack that's 8 of all their flavors with any purchase from their website. All you need to do is go to drinkelement.com/Kilby. That's DRINKLMNT.com/Kilby, KLBY, to claim your free sample pack today. Go get you some. Go get you some of that salt. All right, let's get into this video and see how much of a fool I make of myself, and you know how far I've come. Hey Aaron.
All right, thought I would check in. It's day 43 of the no carb carnivore diet, where essentially I've been eating mostly ruminant meat with salt.
Okay, this is where this is before I realized that I was saying rudiment meat instead of ruminant meat. All right, thank you. Come on, man, keep up.
Salt and water, and that's been it. I've added what have I added? Had a little bit of seasoning on Mother's Day, and I couldn't get the taste of garlic out of my mouth. That was weird. I never noticed it that much, that garlic would just linger that much. I mean, everyone knows you're not supposed to eat garlic and go on a date, right? Or eat garlic on a date. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying all that.
Me either.
But it's day 43, feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
My wife told me I'm not allowed to lift up my shirt and show my belly and slap it.
Which I don't listen to her because I've done it before. But sometime about this time I was watching a video of some guy's story and on like a diet, a carnivore diet, I believe, and he was just like slapping his belly all the time. And my wife's like, "What the heck are you watching? You're not allowed to do that." So I did it.
But I felt pretty good last night. I was mowing the lawn, then I went to work after that and mowed the lawn over there, and I was just like, man, I feel like I have tons of energy and I want to run. I just feel like running, you know. I'm almost.
So I remember this. It was like one of those days. I was listening to Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life, the audiobook, and I was like, just kept working. I was like, I started like noticing then that I had a lot of extra energy. It was quite, I don't know. It's a good memory. I have a good memory. I was positive in my mind. I was headed towards a goal. And I was thankful for the changes that were happening in my body, and I wanted to exercise. It was springtime, so, that helped. These dark days of winter kind of drag on. And yeah, it's only the day after Christmas, so we got some time. But yeah, it'll be 2 months later very soon.
44 years old.
Just a kid.
And only 40, well, I'm 43 years old. And I'm on the 43rd day of the carnivore.
Whoa, dude, you're 45
and
now,
I'll
man.
tell you,
you're on 650
I feel better.
almost.
I still feel like I'm getting older. Just slowing down, harder time recovering, but I feel much better. No gut issues, no real fatigue, just bursts of energy, and and hope too. Hope that I could reverse this diagnosis of type 2 diabetes. And yeah, I've had some cravings. For some reason, onions sounded good. I don't know why onions. Some raw onions with my food. Okay. I have a pot over here with some thyme in it, and that I'm growing fresh thyme. It's like, I just put a little bit of that in with my butter and on the meat. And I mean, I can. It probably wouldn't affect too much. But I'm trying to do a 90-day challenge where I stick to it and do the best I can. When I was putting cream, hey, hot rod.
Hey, hot rod. Yeah, where I live, people like the hot rod. I remember this specifically because I was dead set on doing the carnivore diet, but then you get stuff on your fingers and you lick your finger and you're like, oh crap, I just ruined my diet. Or you're sitting there thinking, I'm doing all right. And you're like, you get a weird craving for something like onions. And you're like, onions. Well, that's not carnivore, so I can't eat onions. And then why can't I eat onions? Because it's not on the carnivore diet. It's like, you start having these mental challenges where you're like, it's an onion, right? It's not that big of a deal. But I was trying to, like I was saying, I was battling a serious thing, type 2 diabetes, so I wanted to take it seriously. Would an onion make or break me? At this point, it could have broke me. I was glad that I was so serious that I did not want to eat the onion. Does that make sense? And then that thyme back there, like having a little bit of thyme in the butter, it was like, ooh, I got a little bit of thyme. I got some thyme. Go put some thyme on my steak. Oh, it's like I'm sneaking around and I'm doing something bad. When I watch this, is just hilarious to me because I still wrestle with some of those thought things, but I'm in a maintenance place now, so it's different. But I would wish this on anybody. To be in a position where they're really wrestling through what they're eating, how they're thinking about it, what are some of the things you're craving, and just start asking yourself, why am I craving this? Is this good or bad? Is this food? Is this real food? Is this something I should be eating? Is this something that's going to hijack my diet right now? Is this something that's not going to be a big deal in my life? For me, it was like an exercise in my mind, and it has grown me up over time. I think some would probably disagree. This is where I probably say something about cream because I heard part of it.
Putting cream in my coffee. I was like, I'm not giving this up. And then I was kind of stalling out on weight. And then I stopped that and I started losing weight. I'm like, I didn't realize there was that many carbs in that cream. And I think I needed to be a little bit aggressive to kickstart all this. So the black coffee hasn't bothered me at all. I guess water, coffee, salt, and mostly ruminant meat.
Ruminant.
What did I have? I had some shrimp the other day.
What?
Just to change things up a little
Forrest
bit.
Gump?
And yeah, I ate a little bit and I was like, yeah, I'm full. But that's one thing I've noticed. I'm getting full easier, and I'm staying full. About 9:30 at night, I am having some cravings, like, oh, I should eat again. I should eat something.
Just go to sleep.
But, you know, I had a little bit of, what was that? Braunschweiger. Hey, I guess I had some Braunschweiger too. So it's one of those things, like, I'm trying my best to do X, Y, and Z, like a strict diet, and then I add a little bit, you know, because I'm watching things on YouTube, and people are like, you know, sometimes liver will help, and I'm like, well, Braunschweiger. And I bought the natural stuff that had no extra stuff, just some seasoning and the meat. So I'm paying attention to what the labels are saying, and I'm just staying away from that stuff. But like eating the seasoning, it's like, oh, I remember seasoning. So as of this morning, I'm down just shy of 14 pounds, just shy. And in 43 days, that's not bad. I've been trying to hit the weights and do some running just to kind of help with my strength. I suffer from shoulder problems. They get tight and stuff, so I'm trying to do some shoulder workouts to keep them nice and loose for work and just strong so I don't get injured. And it seems to be working out, and working on my cardio a little bit with running. My endurance is pretty good, just from, you know, long days of moving furniture at work. Lots of stairs, carrying stuff. But I thought I would just check in on day 43 and tell you guys that I'm feeling better. I'm thankful and I'm hopeful that I can get this kicked. I'm dreaming of that time again. Now I'm thinking of onions. I am hoping that I can, you know, do a Carnivore version, you know.
Yeah, this is when I started thinking about like Carnivore, but I'm gonna probably start talking about gardening. I remember just having this like big, I don't know, like thing I had to wrestle with in my mind about, like, because I liked gardening and this is where I was like, well, what am I gonna do? Garden, but then not eat the stuff. And so this last year when I was gardening, like I did garden some stuff, but like I had a few like green beans, I had like one strawberry, a couple like cherry tomatoes, but it was like so minimal, and it was like only just like walking by it and had some of it. But I was like kind of wrestling with that I was gonna have to put to death my love for gardening, and I kind of did, because a lot of that stuff that I could grow like is pointless. I don't need it, but I don't know. Why was I so rigid? Because I had some real health issues that I was dealing with, and I had a real goal in mind, and I had a real why. Yeah. It's just interesting to watch myself wrestle through these things and then remember myself wrestling through these things, and that I'm kind of still wrestling through some of them and how to think about it. What are some things that I could do now, you know, to stay, you know, consistent on my diet, not, you know, damage my body, but not also beat my body for no reason. And I know I'm going to be talking about Carnivore, but I had no idea what Carnivore was. I remember looking up Carnivore later. It was like, okay, what does that entail? And it was like under 10 carbs per day. I'm like, that's literally like carnivore, because I could almost get 10 carbs worth of eggs in a day if I really tried. And I'm like, 10 carbs, what's the point of even going carnivore? You know, there's whatever. Might as well just eat the meat. I remember getting so salty reading that. What do you got to say, Aaron?
With definitely moderation and making sure I'm not eating too many carbs. Just
moderation, paying attention to the carbs. Sounds like work. It is. For a little bit.
because I enjoy some gardening, and just fresh stuff you've grown just tastes better. And I guess if it's in moderation, that would be nice too. But I don't know. I don't want to be the type of person that does all this hard work, because I've done it before. Do all this hard work and then gain the weight right back. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore.
I don't want you to do that anymore. I still don't want to do it anymore, and I still don't want that guy to do it anymore. I don't want anyone that watches his videos to do that anymore, because it sucks. If you've ever gone on diets and gained the weight back, it's so depressing and defeating. And if you do it multiple times, it is just like, it is so devastating to your spirit and morale and just the way you look at yourself. You just feel like a failure that you can't do it. And it just, you can get stuck somewhere so easily that I'm just thankful that I got out of that. And I don't want to go back in. I don't want to go back into that hole or that box or wherever the heck that place that I crawled out of is. I want to work hard and keep it down and just care about how I feel, and just have that hope of health, you know. And anything could be taken from me at any moment, everything. And so I'm not going to live in fear or think this is a fix-all for all my problems. You know, I have a fix-all and a hope that's greater than this. But it's Preach.
Nice to work hard and try.
Yeah.
Today, I don't feel like...
Yeah, that's where the camera died. But it's nice to work hard and try. It feels nice to work hard and try. It makes you feel good to work hard and try. I haven't had... Every day hasn't been amazing on this diet or this journey. I've had down days. There's been days that I did not want to work hard, and I did not work hard. There's been days that I did not want to try and did not try. But I'll tell you, hearing me say it's nice to work hard and try, it's just a reminder not to give up. Keep working at something. And I saw a meme the other day. It was talking about consistency, and it was an empty cup with a dropper over top of it. One drop going into the cup, and then the cup next to it that was full, but one drop at a time. And so consistently work hard and try. Now, if you miss a day here and there, it's not the end of the world. If you ate a raw onion, your breath will stink. It's not the end of the world. But work hard and try consistently, and then you'll see change in your life. It's just a fact. Just a fact. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with this look back. And yeah, pray for me that I get over this cold soon. Having a bunch of sick kids around Christmas has been kind of lame. Forcing us all to slow down and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for watching these Kilby live videos. Kilby out. I got some more on here. I could watch this one with my legs just going forever. Boots and pets and 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 boots and pants, boots and pants. I put on my pants before I put on my boots. No, I put on my boots before my pants. I'm a weirdy. I put on my boots before my pants. Don't quit your day job. 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 You got to stop, man. You got to stop.